Yeah. Yo, this is Jevon Superman Miller, actor, director, writer, poet extraordinaire. Now, today I am introducing a very good friend of mine. She has an awesome blog that's hitting the scene right now, that getting a lot of notoriety. It's called Totally Liberated. Now, if you don't know what liberated means,
total liberation.
Total liberation.
Yeah.
Well, you totally liberated and
corrected you. Yeah, it's all good. Boom. Total liberation.
Okay, total liberation. Now, if you don't know what liberation means, that means being free. So that means she's totally free. You know, my good friend, actress, writer, god damn it, she do everything. Cidney Green. What's going on, Sid?
Hello, Jevon. How you doing?
Now, Cidney, what the hell? Where did that voice come from?
I don't know. I'm always saying something strange. Thank you very much. I know I've been that way all my life. Blame my, I won't say blame my mom, but she's quite normal. I already know how she gave birth to me. I'm not sure.
No, you know what?
She's the most normal person in the family.
Your mom is quite autistic, and that's what made her give birth to you. She's a very autistic woman.
You know, I think the strangeness maybe comes from my dad. My dad, big kid, has not grown up. I mean, he does childish things. For y'all who don't know, he was on Judge Mathis and he lost. It's really funny.
Yeah.
But anyway, no. I'm telling you, my dad is where I get the sense of humor from. My mom is where I get I love hard. I'm very sweet, very giving, very supportive, very generous, very honest. All that's my mama's traits. And I say my dad's not all those things, but my teeth, my skin, my lips, my nose, my strange sense of humor definitely come from that.
So I have a question. So your mom likes to sing too, and you also like to sing, right?
Well, my mom sings terribly. I can actually sing. That's different.
I've heard your voice. You have a very good voice. Now, as far as your music goes, don't you have you've made music and done shows and stuff like that too? I
have, but I'm gonna tell people something about me that they may not know. I will be nude in front of people with no problem. I will act, I will play, I will be stupid, but singing will shut me down. I would not sing. If you told me to flash, I would do it right now. That's who I am. I love my body and I don't have a problem with that. I will get up and do a monologue in front of Arnold Schwarzenegger, but if you say bust a note, I will shut down. I'm not confident in that area, even though I do love my voice.
Have you thought about this? Getting up on stage and singing nude? Now, Cidney, we gotta get to the questions here pretty soon that your fans want to know from you. But
fans, I call them readers. I don't know fans.
They fans.
I don't know if I like that. I mean,
they wouldn't read if they wasn't fans. Now keep it together.
Don't underestimate the strangers. Anybody who's my friend, including the dude right there, Locke. He don't want to be in the camera, but anybody who's been close to me has got some problems. But anybody who's in my circle is definitely weird. Nobody who wants to be around me for a long period of time continuously is a normal person. So,
well, here's the thing: people look at you and they see the attractiveness, they see how smart you are, right? But they don't know the internal Cidney. You know what I mean? Like I do. So as soon as he was like, "Oh man, she hot, man, I want to holler at that," I was like, "Oh yeah, you do. Go ahead. Holler. Do your thing." And he did it. Boy, did he holler? He hollered all the way home.
Well, I farted around.
No, you farted outside, and it was like one of the ones that had pop to it, like Rice Krispies. And it was like, you know what I mean? One of them. It was a rapid fire.
I was in the wrong with farting. People mean
yeah, and you flashed him too.
Well, I flashed him. I mooned him. I mooned him.
You did moon him.
I do a lot of things to shock people, quite frankly. I've always been that's why I got in trouble in school. I didn't get in trouble for cheating on tests, even though I did a lot of that. I was just slick with it. I didn't get in trouble for fighting because I'm a punk. Daddy told me to act like you want to fight until you find an opening and you run. That's what Daddy taught me. He did. Daddy told me one punch can ruin your face. That is Dad is very attractive, so he's always in the mirror. So therefore, I would rather be a pretty punk than an ugly warrior. So therefore, if I don't feel like I'm gonna win, I'm wrong. You can get 99 punches in, one punch your eyes in the back of your head and you're not looking good. I can't take that. I will be a beautiful punk.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what.
So Daddy taught me that. So Daddy is good for that. And I know how we got on that.
Well, how about this? We are about to go see what beautiful questions that your fans or your readers have for Cidney Green, because you want to talk to your readers, right? That's what this whole video is about, right? Talking to them, connecting with them. And even though you're already connected with your blogs and what you say, they feel like they know you. Well, this is a way for them to get more intimate with you, right?
Yeah, they should feel like they know me. Everything in their blog is true. That's what people don't understand.
I believe
I've never been a private person. I mean, okay. Mama always said, me and her have been into many arguments on the phone, some in which she has hung up on me and shouted loudly into the phone. And had a lot of bass and funk in the voice when she talked to me about this, but she's always telling me some things should be kept private. Well, I happen to agree with that. Some things should be kept private. If I get hemorrhoids, that's something that I don't want to share with everybody, okay? I've never had hemorrhoids, but if I was to have the problems getting myself together on the toilet, I don't think I want to put that on Facebook. But my sex life is something that I don't feel like should be private. I don't see how sex could be private when every time you see a baby, somebody has sex to do it.
I be right on Facebook like, yo, my butt hurt. I need someone to talk to me. You know what I mean? I had a bad dump. I lifted weights wrong. I did a bad squat. I don't know what happened, but roids came. And I ain't talking about steroids. That's all I want. I just want to put that out there, right?
That got me laughing. Now that's a good quality crisp laugh I just got. Now that's funny.
That was good.
Now you gotta connect your fingertips. Yes, that was really funny. Don't you see a titty every day?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see problems with it, but so anyway, I'm saying all to say, you know, the blog is very blunt, and I really don't. It's just so myself to put all my business in the street. You know, I mean, like I just don't feel. I feel like certain things should be private, but my sex life shouldn't be one of them.
I can agree with that. Well, there's a question right here. One of your readers want to know. When did you realize that you would throw caution to the wind and go fully poly, then post for the world to know Cidney? And when did you realize that you would throw caution to the wind? Then when you would just go all out and...
Oh, and start my blog? Is that the question?
Well, go full poly. When did you...
Oh, polyamory. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Go that route.
It's really, people ask me that all the time, it's really it's not really in my mind like a clear-cut time in which it clicked. Because you have to understand, you knew this, we've been friends so long. I've never really had a boyfriend, really. I mean, you know, I had this little kid in like high school that I was with, this rapper, I mean, her broken heart, whatever it was. I think I can count on maybe 2 fingers how many men I've called a boyfriend. And so when I was getting into my 20s and 21, 22, I was so used to being single. I was so used to not considering anybody else's feelings. And so I wanted a boyfriend, but yet I always managed to find a way to keep myself out of relationships or situations in which I had to follow rules. I began to find discomfort in following the damn rules. And I don't like rules anyway. I've never really liked rules. I don't like structure. I don't like censorship. I hate watching movies on BET because they can't cuss in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. Get your butt over here.
I hate buying CDs out of Walmart.
Well, right, you're just mad. I gotta want to hear.
I won't curse in that.
I want to hear ass. So these
people cursed, and that was their artistic expression, and I want to see the full artistic expression.
Right. So
yeah,
I've never liked rules. I've always been a bit of a
rule breaker.
A bit of rebellious almost. Like I would question you. Why? Like that's why I'm not a religious person. You can't get me into that because you know that don't make no sense to me. Anyway, sorry, I'm long-winded and I do get around what I'm saying, but it all has a purpose. So anyway, so I found myself just kind of not getting into it, and then I met Cash, who was in the blog, and I was just starting to kind of get into learning what polyamory was about, and that came about when I joined the Facebook group. It was called Progressive Open Lovers. You remember?
I added you. You added me. Yes,
yeah,
you did.
It's not around no more, but Progressive Open Lovers.
There was some freaks on that group.
It was good stuff. It was really good stuff, and I started to kind of take notice. And wow, it's married people who are loving more than one. Like this one particular couple. You had husband and girlfriend, room right here. And you had boyfriend and husband. What am I trying to say? Wife and boyfriend, one room, husband and girlfriend, another room, and they eat dinner together and everything like that. I'm like, okay, wow, this is interesting. And so at first, I'm not gonna lie, I was in a strange place because I wanted a boyfriend, but I didn't want none of the rules that came along with it, and it was just such a it just flowed into what I was already doing because I wasn't already used to counting and caring about what people thought and stuff. So I met Cash, and he was my first boyfriend. Like, we're in an open relationship. And at first I did have rules. And this is, I know it's a question in there, do I have rules or boundaries? But at first I did. My rules was you can't kiss her, can't spend no money on her, and I need to be there if you do something sexual. But then I quickly came to find out that I didn't want to follow none of my own rules, because I found I wanted to kiss people, and I wanted to do everything I said I didn't want him to do. So those rules kind of faded out of the way. But I didn't get to where I am now until recently. But when did I make the decision? I think it was already just kind of there. I was already not stopping what I wanted to do for somebody else.
Yeah, well, I know when we met each other, you were very old-fashioned. You know, you had the kind of old-fashioned mindset of where I am this woman and I'm supposed to be with this man, and that is how life goes.
Let me tell y'all something that y'all may not believe about Miss Total Liberation. Miss Total Liberation used to be very prudish. You know, now in my blog I talk about having sex with 2 dudes in one day and how I really enjoy that and how it's quite exciting. I'll get into that later on. But oh my God, I used to be prudish and very judgmental and nothing like I am now. Like, I used to argue him down. Like, we used to really get into heated debates about, because he used to say a long time ago, you can love more than one person at one time. Nothing's wrong with having more than one woman or more than one man. I thought just like everybody else. No, that's wrong. Like, I don't see what you mean. What you mean you can love Takesha and LaQuisha? You can only love one. I was so serious about that, and I really felt it was just like that. Like,
conventional thinking.
I was so conventional, and I was, at the time, I wasn't even having sex. I went 2 years of not having sex because I thought that would grant me a boyfriend. Because that's what we taught, you know, when women are taught, you know, the longer you conceal your vaginal canal, the more likely a man is to commit to you.
Did you have a chastity?
Probably so. I was tight.
You clean them cobwebs there.
Well, yeah, they grew back fast because I was tight. I was like, no, I went 2 years without doing it, and it didn't work. And I talk about that in what blog is that? The One Who Loves Me Most Part 1, when Cash came to the picture. I just, but I came to find out the reason I didn't have a boyfriend had nothing to do with when I decided to have sex. It had everything to do with my beliefs, and I didn't believe I was worth a good man. I mean, I was very
I got a question.
wrong.
Now, didn't Buddhism, Buddhism kind of opened you up a little bit.
It did.
It opened you a whole lot, because I remember you used to call me and you talked about you were studying Buddhism at the time, and then you was really getting off into it, and you was telling me about what you think becomes your reality. You know what I mean? What you believe becomes reality, you get way deeper off into it than I am, but you know, it was a lot of that I feel like really opened up the door for me.
Yeah, when I started practicing Buddhism in 2009, when I was like 18, right before I turned 18. Wait, 2009. Yeah, it was right before I turned 18, because March 19th is my birthday. Pisces, yeah. And okay, yeah. Anyway, yeah, Scorpio. I was a Scorpio. Y'all do some good things in them sheets, I'm telling you. I ain't never got strange with you before, but I plan on peeking through the window next time you're getting jiggy with one of them white girls.
Hold on now, you watching.
Well, just agree and let me watch.
Yeah, if I look out my window and I see somebody bug-eyed and hair messed up, I'm telling you right now.
Don't forget about the flared nostrils.
Yeah, with flared nostrils, I'm calling the cops.
The mouth got to be a tight ball. Really, I no longer consider myself Buddhist, but I do recommend it to anybody who wants to become happier, because it does work. I mean, chanting Nam Myoho Renge Kyo does work, and it really did open up my eyes to a lot of things. I began to understand that I was responsible for everything in my life. That was my first reckoning to that. I didn't understand it at first. Like a lot of people think that it's so funny. They just never. Some people will never understand the correlation between their thoughts and what they live in. Some people never get it. And I was the victim. I was nothing like I am now. I was the victim. I blamed everybody. Like, I literally thought every man in Dallas was the reason why I couldn't find a good man. And then I moved to Louisiana. It was the same thing. And so when I became Buddhist and started to chant, I began to really become happy. But he recently I've dropped all of that. I just really don't feel like doing what it takes to be Buddhist. In other words, I don't want to go to meetings. I don't want to be doing any of that. So I just want to do the law of attraction, and that's really my philosophy of life is.
And you don't have to be Buddhist to do law of attraction.
No, you don't. I mean, see, this is the thing. I really feel like it led me into a great path. It all was logical. You know, I practiced Buddhism for about 5 years straight. It was so wonderful. Not downplaying it at all. I feel like anyone who wants to be happy is a champ. You know, but I just felt like I've transcended it a bit, and I just don't feel like doing what it takes. I don't feel like chanting every day. I don't want to do that. I just want to master my thoughts. I just want to master my thoughts and let that be all I need.
Oh, here's one I find quite interesting. Do you ever get jealous of your lovers? Because with poly, you have different lovers, right? So, do you ever get jealous, you know what I mean, because you know another woman is holding their attention?
No, I don't really feel jealous. The only time I felt jealous was with Antonio, because he just challenged me on so many levels. But at one point I found myself thinking, well, you know, what if he's with another woman? Then I quickly got myself together, you know. But no, I'm not a jealous woman at all, for many reasons. It's because, number one, the bond I have between me and whoever I have is our bond. It's unique. It cannot be broken. It cannot be. It's so pure. It's so unique. Nobody can really mess with that. You know what I'm saying? And jealousy comes from the flawed premise that love is some kind of non-renewable resource. Like you have to. This is the portion of love that is available to me, so I must cling and hold on to it. And if you touch me, it'll kill you because it's always here. No, love is abundant. You know, but people. Everything is abundant. Money and everything is abundant, you know, so including love, you know. So once people understand that love is not something that they need to cling on to, then jealousy will subside. I also want to realize that every bond you have with whoever you have it with is yours and yours only, and nobody can mess with it outside of them. Like me and your friendship, you can have 17 other friends. That's not taken away from me because we are who we are. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's not like that. The third thing about jealousy is, it kind of still goes back to the first one. Nothing can be taken away from you. Love is not something that can be taken away from me. Like, for one of my lovers to give love and attention to another woman, it's not taking anything from me. Matter of fact, it could be benefiting me.
Ooh, let's see here. Oh, somebody want to get all deep off in you. I ain't talking about the way you think. Let's see. What was the deepest thoughts?
That's your question.
Where you begin your journey into the poly light, and were you afraid?
That
is my question.
Yeah, it is your question.
I wanted to get deep.
What are my deepest thoughts when I got into the poly life?
Huh? Yeah. What was your thoughts, man?
Freedom.
What was going through your mind?
Freedom. I love it. Just didn't. Whenever I first got the cash, it just didn't make any logical sense to me to dismiss all the other people that I like just because I met a new love interest.
Was you afraid at first, though?
Hell no. Well, I was more afraid of losing my freedom than doing what I wanted to do. No, it was never any fear at all. I don't really fear much anything. I mean, people say, well, do you fear STDs? No. Number one, I use protection most of the time. I'm not going to lie, like every time.
You got to
wrap it up. No, I mean, that's not how it is every time. Nobody can exempt from that. But I understand it's a vibrational universe. The only way you can attract any kind of disease is to hold negative emotion for too long. And that's the only way this ease can manifest with anybody. So.
Woo, that's deep. Whoa, rewind it back. Say that one time.
This ease. It's the reason why the word is this/ease. A sound mind, a happy mind. If you're happy and you do not hold negative emotion in for too long, disease cannot manifest in your body. So people have diabetes, cancer, HIV, herpes, gonorrhea, sinuses, headaches. It's all a vibrational thing. You've just been holding on to thoughts that are not serving you. Thoughts that do not feel good. You manage to feel bad more of the time than you should, and it shows itself. It physically manifests as diabetes or something like that in your body. So, and also you have to be, vibrations must match. So therefore you have to be on the same vibrational plane as a car wreck, as a $1 million, as a rapist. It's a vibrational thing. So as long as you remain happy. And I'm sorry, y'all, vibrations of thoughts. As long as you keep your thoughts positive, then disease cannot manifest. So I give no attention to disease. Anything that matches the frequency of disease, which is why I'm disease free. If I was to manifest any kind of disease, I created it so I can get rid of it. I mean, all I have to do is, if I was to contract anything, I would just think happy thoughts. Then become a vibrational match to a cure or to health, and it will manifest itself back. So I fear nothing like that.